the difference between Novaprime and Lifelong Vitality?
One of the three Lifelong is cellular reformation.
CRS?
What is the difference?
Right.
Nutrients of different oils.
Right. Yeah, the CRS inside there, which also has to do with the cells inside the body, is an herbal supplement. And the DDR is a set of oils that help with all three stages of the cell process. So from the cell generation to the destruction of the cell to correcting the cell. So that's why they call it DDR in the US, is because that's damaged DNA repair, is what that stands for. What part? The cellular generation, cellular destruction, and correcting the DNA. So cellular correction. Okay, so it's all three phases of the cellular process. That's why that product is important. Just to throw in a little product thing, I get a rush. All right. So my grandmother was my wife's grandmother was deteriorating rapidly. I went out to our farm in Wisconsin. She could barely get around. She used a little walker thing. She's in her 90s, okay, late 90s. She'd use her little walker and she'd get around the house with the walker. The interesting thing is, and nobody else in the household noticed this, but we started her using Lifelong Vitality and DDR. I came back about 3 months later, and she got up from the sofa and walked across the room and came to the door. And nobody realized what had happened. But because I hadn't seen her for 3 months, I started to recognize that the products were starting to help her body restore, even at that age. Isn't that awesome? I think you guys have an amazing thing going on here.
Have they helped with things like Alzheimer's or after doing before?
Yeah, actually, there's some people in the U.S. that are doing a lot with Alzheimer's and in different things like that. So yes, there is a lot of stuff going on. All right, so let's see. I'm going to roll through this real quick. You do the same thing here for diet and exercise. You just roll through the products. Products are available. It's really helpful too if you emphasize it, like Seth likes to say, that I don't exercise. And if I ever get the urge, I just lay down on the sofa until it goes away. And then he follows it up by saying, but if I ever do defy the urge and do make the mistake of exercising, I have Deep Blue to help you recover. All right, so we go in that, you cover that. Now you'll notice these little check boxes. If the person expresses interest in that product, just check the box. So if you think about it, you're going along through the form and you're checking products that they may be interested in. All right. Now if somebody doesn't feel unhealthy, because all of you in Europe are extraordinarily healthy, and nobody ever has health problems. Here, I've noticed that. Matter of fact, when we stayed here for a month, we felt better. So it's like, man, this must be a hard business over here. Everyone's healthy. Everyone eats right. But you can get anybody on stress and rest, no matter how good they feel. Everybody feels some sort of stress. And so then you just ask them, well, is that, what do you mean? Is that a fatigue? Do you feel stressed or do you feel fatigued? And if they say stress, then is that a stress with no peace? Or is that a stress with no passion? And see, this starts to direct, and now you can start to isolate the oils that will help them with their emotional state. Okay? Now, if that still doesn't get it, in other words, because everyone in Europe is emotionally stable and feels really well because all their food is pure over here. Okay? That's our view, by the way. Okay? Everybody in Europe is skinny. Everybody looks like a model. And so it's amazing. So even if you get to that point and they have everything and they're not stressed and they get plenty of sleep, then you can certainly get them here. Then you can say, well, do you brush your teeth? Do you wash your hands? Do you wash clothes? Do you clean your house? Now, Seth also says this, so I'm going to steal the line. But he says, I promise you, you cannot go diamond if you don't do these things. And, you know, getting off the airplane after 31 hours with no toothbrushes or anything, I now know the difference between On Guard toothpaste and the store stuff that you get. Like this stuff here, when I use it, my teeth feel like it. Actually, when I brush my teeth at night, the next morning they still feel clean. It's the bizarrest thing, and all the tooth sensitivity has gone away in my upper tooth. It's an amazing product. So certainly they can use those products. Now, then when you get to the end, you can talk about cleansing. And this is just basically a protocol of products. You'll notice that each page is set up with those protocols as well. So it describes how to use them. And you can talk about cleansing. Okay, most of you are probably even a bigger expert than I am on that. Okay, and then when you get to the back of the sheet, then you start to list out their support. And you can list out, now maybe you have weekly team calls. If you don't, we do. We have ones in Europe as well. So Adam runs those. And we have international call lines for people, anybody in just about anywhere can tune into those calls. They're non-denominational. Right? So it doesn't matter what team you're on. You can participate with us in those things. We're also working on some things that will dramatically improve the way you can interact and receive mentoring and training. And so, and again, those are all, we welcome anyone from any team that participates. Okay? Now, so if you have a team website or anything, this is where you can lock down and you can show the person how they get support for being a member. Okay. Then comes the main question. Are you open to sharing oils with others? Are you open to sharing oils with others? Okay. Now that's how most of your new team members feel. Even if you've gotten by this, they're afraid of this question. But it is the question that builds teams. Okay? Are you open to share with others? Are you open to the idea of creating an income to doTERRA? What best describes your interest? Would you like to just host a class for me? Would you like me to show you how to get your products for free? That's pretty attractive, right? Or would you like to create an income with doTERRA and actually supplement your home income or create a career out of it? Okay. Now, if you get in the habit of confidently asking, now what are the keys to asking that question? Remember? The confidence, right? What else? Energy. And what else? And your belief, right? And so if that level goes up and you're in that space, then you can ask that question with solid confidence. Okay. Are you open to create? So I need a volunteer here.
Thank you.
I love you too. Are you open to creating an income with doTERRA?
Yes, I am.
That's awesome. Was that hard? That's probably the most difficult sentence in the world, right? Okay. Now, if that starts to roll off your tongue, hey, are you open to creating an income with doTERRA? Would you like to learn how to create an income with doTERRA? Would you mind if I showed you how you can create income with doTERRA? Do you notice they're all equally powerful? Okay. It's all about your mindset and the confidence of where you're standing, right? Just ask the question, and this will accelerate the number of builders that you receive. All right, then I teach them how to log into their back office. Now, by this point, the question isn't, what do I order? The question now becomes, what do I order first? All right, so that's really, I appreciate all of you. Can I take a question? Quick one.
Okay, you tell us like how you can schedule a membership overview, but how do you schedule if they're already enrolled but didn't have the membership overview?
Okay.
I didn't know if you would come on that one.
Great
but
question. Come on up.
love to know.
So what was your name?
Rosanna.
That's right, Louisiana.
I never will say that one of them.
Right. So,
Lusana.
Luzana.
Yeah.
Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah.
Luzana.
You did it. So
Okay. Luzana, why are you standing in front of the
I'm
room?
standing here because I'm a great leader, and I'm a diamond.
You are dying.
I gotta be that one. I gotta be a presidential diamond.
That's awesome. You are a great and powerful leader, and this is your opportunity to stand in the space. Okay, so you are already a member.
Yeah, I am.
Excellent. Okay. But you have not had a membership over.
Too bad.
All right. So I call you on the phone. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Louisiana. Lizana, I know you've been using the product for a while now. How are you enjoying your doTERRA products? Okay, excellent. You know, there's a new presentation that's come out. It just takes a little bit of time, but it shows you how to get the most out of your membership and kind of gives you an overview of the products that are available to help improve your health. Would you be open to me coming by and sharing that with you?
Yes, sure. Yeah, I'm open.
Awesome.
Okay, it's easy.
Awesome. All right. I love all of you. I appreciate it. And